A very exciting video today. I am going to be getting ready using all of my Ride or Die products. I recently did the Ride or Die tag that Jaclyn Hill had posted, and before she even posted that video, I had like a couple weeks ago made a list of everything that I think is a must-have. Now the list is longer obviously than everything I'm using today, so check out that video. I will put it in a card, link it below for you to check out if you want to see everything. And then I think, because I have so many lip options, especially today I'm not exactly sure what I want to use, I'm going to do a separate Ride or Die lipstick favorites video. Let me know if that's something that interests you. But today we're going to be getting ready, and I don't know what the look is going to be. I'm just going to get ready, and it's kind of going to be like a go-to look maybe. Maybe something I really like. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. So let's just get ready. I actually made my bed today. Are you proud of me? The past couple videos I have... yeah, not made my bed. Okay, so I'm going to start with primer. Primer is one of those things that I'm not like obsessed with a certain one. I just try a bunch. So of the bunch that I've tried, I really enjoy the Cover FX primers in general, and the specific anti-aging one is great. I find it really like fills in fine lines and wrinkles. I like my primer to not be silicone. I like it. This does feel slightly silicone-y though. I like it to just kind of give some life to my skin. Now, I did moisturize and all that several hours ago, but basically I like a primer that's going to fill in fine lines and wrinkles and kind of plump up my skin. I don't do a mattifying primer unless I'm wearing a super dewy foundation that I know I'm going to get oily with, but I usually like something that's just kind of either illuminating or filling stuff in. It was incredibly difficult to narrow down just one foundation that is my holy grail, but there is one that I usually travel with, and when you're traveling, you usually want something, or I personally want something that I know is not going to let me down. I know it's going to last all day. I know it's going to give me buildable coverage depending on if I want super full or just like a little bit to even out redness during the day or whatever. I also feel like there are different foundations for different times of the year, when it's really humid out versus when it's dry and cold in the winter, when you have a lot of breakouts versus when your skin is looking fabulous. Like I reach for different types of foundations in different scenarios, but the one that I usually bring when I travel and that never has let me down, has never given me an issue, is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Okay, I don't normally apply it like this, but I guess that's how we're going with it today. So that is one full pump of foundation, and I think this gives great medium coverage with just one pump. I don't have a lot of breakouts right now. I mean, I do under here. That's just hormonal, but I think the coverage on this is fabulous. Let me know down below if you want a full video on all of my foundations, like a little breakdown of each, something like that. So I've never done that before. I've done tons of foundation reviews. I'll link that playlist below, but I kind of like an updated, my thoughts on it kind of thing. Concealer. I have chosen the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. Now, let me give you a little background. I have tried several different concealers, and this is the only one I've actually repurchased. This is available at the drugstore. I think it gives amazing coverage. It lasts all day. It doesn't crease on me. What more could you want? And the price is right. So I repurchased this one. Are there new ones out that I want to try? Absolutely. I just feel like this is really great for the price. And I don't know, I'm in the shade, well actually this is the neutralizer shade. I purchased the brightener and I purchased the fair, I believe it was. This one's a little bit more, like if you have darkness, well depending on the color of your darkness I should say. But I like that this one's kind of bright but not too pink. I love the brightener one for when I'm more fair like this, but when I'm tan, the brightener one's a little bit too bright against my skin, unless you do just a little bit. All these different scenarios once again. And my preferred method is the dampened beauty blender. I've been kind of lazy lately, like, you know, super lazy, can't even walk over there to wet my beauty blender, and I've been using like a brush, but I don't feel like you can get it blended out as well and settled and married into your skin with a brush as you can with a sponge. So this is a dry sponge. I got this wet a couple hours ago in preparation to film. It is now nap time and this is completely dried. So we're just going in with a dry sponge again. I've been using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for years. This is the original container that I bought. I've only ever used this to set my under eyes, and it's still darn near full. Like, I use a very small amount. This doesn't look like powder. It doesn't settle into my fine lines. It has just a smidgen of brightener. Like, when you swatch it in the store, it looks like there's glitter in it, but there isn't. It's just these tiny, tiny, minuscule little, like, reflective properties to this powder, which is why they call it, like, brightening. Beautiful product. I definitely recommend this. But I have moved on. I mean, I still love this. Okay, I still love it. But I found something else that I've tried this year, more recently, like within the past couple months, that I think is fantastic. And that is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. I have spoken about this. This I've been using to set my whole face and my under eyes. If you are aging, if you have fine lines and wrinkles, if you struggle with dry under eyes, if you things settling, try this, because the Hydra powder, it has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's a very hydrating powder. It literally just kind of blurs your imperfections, fills in fine lines and pores, almost like plumps them up because of the hydrating properties of it. So this is my new favorite. Get a little bit on here, make this face, and set my under eyes. Like, I kid you not. That literally, can you see this? Let me zoom you in here. Can you see the blurring action? I set this side, I did not set this side. Do you see how my pores are minimized? I mean, this powder is fantastic. So yeah, definitely my new holy grail. Good golly, just go to town with this stuff. Look at that. You can't see that because I didn't have you zoomed in. I had a bunch of pores here. Nope, not anymore. I love that it doesn't look like powder either. Like, oh, I can't do powdery on my face. Like, just makes you look old. All right, now I'm going to go in and do these dang brows. I mean, these are just constant work in progress. That's the word. Holy Grail, Brow Wiz, and I've been using the brow definer. My first favorite is the Wiz. My second favorite is the definer. I do sculpting out with the Wiz in a cooler, good Lord, I said shirt again. I said that recently in a video. Why is my mind always thinking about that? That's a scary thought. Should I be concerned? So this is the shade medium brown, which is kind of ashy. It matches the color of my actual hair on my eyebrows, which is kind of ashy and cooler in tone than my hair, which is warmer. So that's why I go in with the chocolate to warm them up to match my actual brow. No, these are not my brows. Holy cow, to match my hair. Over the course of the past year or so, kind of let my brows go natural, which really literally means go wild, because I have all these hairs that grow right about here and none that grow where they're supposed to. But I figure if I let them grow in, then I can go back and shape what is out of control, which is basically this entire eyebrow. But I've also noticed that hairs are falling out where they used to grow as well, which is so not cool. So a few years ago, I went on this wild spree of buying a bunch of tea. Yeah, I said years. I'm still drinking that same tea up. Like, I got into tea, and then you know how I'm a kind of person where I get into something, I need options. Okay, so say I'm into tea. I buy like 16 different kinds of tea, and then I have this insane amount of tea that I gotta drink. Anyways, I'm on my last 2 tea bags of this particular one, and it's actually really good. It's the Yogi Skin Detox, supports a healthy glow. Tea. It does have caffeine in it, which is probably not a good thing for you because I already had 2 cups. 18 milligrams, which is not that bad because there's 90 in a cup of coffee. But anyways, it's got rose, hibiscus, red clover, pomegranate, cardamom, orange. It's delicious. So I think I forgot to talk about my favorite sculpting palette in that tag, but that's okay. I like the cosmetics one. This is the first one I purchased, and I just enjoy it. I love the colors for my skin tone. I mix these 2 colors together for my contour. And I've been contouring more lately. I just like that sculpted cheekbone look. I like that it kind of pulls things in. See, it just creates a nice shadow. And I feel like when you do the shadow with the blush and the highlighter, it just really sculpts out your cheek versus just doing a light wash of color, which is a totally... you can do either one. It just depends on the look that you're going for. But since we're going to be a little glam today, we're going to do some contouring here. I have a few favorite bronzers, but I decided to go with this one because I don't know, you can choose the shade that you need depending on your skin tone, and it just blends so well. It looks so natural. It's the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder. This is the shade Golden Light, which is number 1, the lightest. It's just great. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It doesn't ever look orange. It looks very natural, even in the dead of winter. It never lets me down. And of course, I have to use my Real Techniques multitasking brush, which is the only bronzing brush that just picked up a ton of product that I ever use. So let's start up here, because I got a little heavy-handed on that. Don't neglect your neck. That should be like a saying. Don't neglect your neck. Don't forget to bronze it up, especially like me. If you're like me, where you have this whiteness under here where the sun doesn't ever see, but then your chest is a little bit dark from being out in the sun. Yeah, bronzer. My all-time favorite blush is NARS Oasis. This blush is stunning. I use it sparingly, even though I could go out and buy another one. I just like this duo for travel because I just usually bring this and use that blush and then this bronzer, which is Laguna, which isn't a bad bronzer either. Hold up. I was about to cough up a hairball. I needed a drink of something. I love this brush. This is the IT Cosmetics blush brush. This has been my favorite for years. Ulta has like their version, but you can get this actual one. I think this is like a special one. It's called something cool too. And I found it, I think, on Beautylish. I'll link it below. You can get this exact one because, yeah, they're all soft and stuff, but the handle on this one is fabulous. So this Oasis is like a soft, shimmering, berry, rosy color, and it really just makes your blue eyes pop. It's a good color. It's not too much color. Gives good definition to the cheeks. A little bit of a glow because of the shimmering, but sorry, I thought I saw a delivery truck drive by, and that always gets me distracted and excited. It just adds some glow to your face. It's not any sort of glitter that's going to transfer to glitter on your face, which some days I'm okay with that, but just basically a pretty soft glow. When you go crazy with it because you like it so much, just take a big old fluffy brush and try to lessen the clown look a little bit here. So after going through all of my highlighters, I chose the Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight highlighter, and I'll tell you why. In the past, when I had first bought this, I bought it because it's a highlighter that's not going to emphasize texture, or if you have, my skin's gotten a lot better because I've learned how to take care of it, so I'll tell you that. But still, this gives you literally a glow, not so much like a BAM highlighter like Becca would be. I do like those, and there's definitely a time and a place for that. But on the daily, I like my face to just kind of glow and look healthy. This is easy. It never lets me down. It does. You can get the Starlight one, which is a little bit more pinky peach, depending on your skin tone. This Candlelight, though, is just the most soft champagne vanilla. It's very similar to the Laura Mercier Baked 01 highlighter, but that one comes off more white. I'll use the word white. It's not literally white, but it's got more brightness, more bright white tones to it. This one's just a little bit more, it's deeper, okay? So it doesn't, I don't know, it's just gorgeous. That's all I know. It really creates that little candlelight type glow on your face. Holy cow, spit it out, Chelsea. Why are all my brushes full of dog and cat hair? Like, seriously. Yeah, this brush is beautiful. It's soft. You can blend with it, and you can apply with it. I like this brush a lot. I mean, obviously you can do what you want, but I just think this is a great, more natural, glowy looking highlighter. Eye primer. MAC Painterly is my go-to. I've been using it for years. If this is a little bit too light and pinky undertone for you, soft ochre is a more yellow-toned color. Now mine is old. I should really buy a new one. I added the Inglot Duraline drops to it, which is why it's all stirred up and weird like that, because it was getting dry. I like a primer that not only like primes and preps my eye for eyeshadow so it doesn't crease and stays all day, but I like the color because I feel like I have, you know, veining and just discoloration going on, and I feel like my eyeshadow blends better and looks better when my base is the same and not just like, say, using a eye primer that's like clear. Picking an eyeshadow palette for this tag was darn near impossible because I actually, there's not a lot of complete palettes that I feel are like completely complete. Like there's always a shade missing here or there, and while I do have some that I really love and I've talked about that I love them, I wanted to pick something that if I had to get rid of everything else would get me through. And now I'm thinking about another one I really like, the Lorac Pro. I really do like the Lorac Pro palette, the original. But this palette, the mattes in here are amazing, and if I had to pick mattes over shimmers, I couldn't pick an all shimmer palette because it wouldn't be complete. You need the matte shades. So I feel like the matte shades are your foundation. And so that's where you start with every single eye look. So I'm like, well, Desert Island palette, like if I only could pick one, I picked the Viseart Neutral Matte palette. Every color you could ever need on a day-to-day basis is in here. You can do cool looks, warm looks, soft looks, glam looks, and so the formulation on these is fantastic, and I've never created an ugly look with this. I've never been disappointed with the matte formulas here. In fact, I usually compare other matte formulas to this. I love single shadows. There's a lot of MAC shadows that I like, a lot of Makeup Geek single shadows that I like, a lot of small little things, but I'm like, man, the one palette that, you know, you would use a lot, and I went with this one. This shade and this shade, mix them together, and I'm going to start just kind of dusting that everywhere, as like mainly in my crease, just kind of everywhere to kind of set my painterly here. I'm going to dip into this matte white shade right here and throw that up at my brow bone. I swear the eyeshadow fairy came into my room and sprinkled a bunch of eyeshadow all over my clean brushes, because now for some reason all my brushes are dirty and I am just going to have to show you how to do an eye look with dirty brushes. I'm going to throw a little bit of that matte color in my crease, or not my crease, well I guess it's my eye fold, my inner corner here. Love this thing, the little color switch. She's going to clean my brushes for me. I'm going to dip into this peach shade with a Chikuhodo GSN 10. Love this brush. It's a great crease brush, and just start warming up my crease here a little bit. I'm going to start low, and then I just kind of blend up like that. I'm not a professional. You should probably not be taking technique tips from me. My favorite person to watch do eyeshadow looks, because she makes me feel like I can do it, because she's not so precise. She is kind of messy with it, is Candy Johnson. Like, her looks always turn out beautiful, but she likes to mix a lot of colors, and you know, she's not like, okay, just go real slow right here and blend. She's like, okay, dip in the color, hey guys, what's going on? I'm just blending, and so she makes me feel like, hey, I can do that. I'm going to take a Wayne Goss number 19 brush, and I'm going to dip into, oh boy, probably this one. This one looks pretty good right here. Told you I didn't have nothing planned. I'm just kind of playing here with some browns and peaches. You can add all of these Wayne Goss brushes that I'm using, the Chikuhodo brush, and even the Sigma E40 brush, to the Holy Grail list here. These are my nicest brushes that I own, and by far my favorite. I'm just adding in that brown color, like adding, blending, adding, and blending until I get it to the desired darkness that I'm looking for here. I'm going to take a Wayne Goss number 5 brush, which is very, very small. I'm going to dip into this dark chocolate color here. I actually think I'm going to mix the dark chocolate with the color I just used to soften it a little bit, and keep that right out here, add in a little bit more depth. I'm going to take a number 6 brush here from Wayne Goss, and I'm going to dip into this color right here in the bottom right corner. Just kind of tap that on my outer third here. This is a great brush to apply lid shades. Really picks up a good amount of product for you to work with here. Then I'm going to turn that same brush around and I'm going to go into this white shade and a little bit into the cream shade here, white and cream, and apply that to the inner and middle section of my lid. A newer brush to my collection that I've really been enjoying for underneath here, it doesn't tug at your underneath skin here, is the Chikuhodo, I think this is called Z-10. It is so soft. It's very, very similar to the feeling of the Wayne Goss brushes. And I think I'm going to start off with this peachy shade underneath my, whatever these are called, eyes. I'm going to dip into that warmer chocolate shade and put that on the kind of outer portion here. I'm not going to take it in all the way. Then I'm going to take, this is a number 7, a very, very small brush here to get at my lash line in that dark chocolate color. Just on the outer third. I really love to do like a warm chocolatey or almost like coppery colored eyeliner on my waterline and my lower lash line. And two of my favorites are the Mally Espresso brown eyeliner, which I don't have right now. I've used that one up. The other one that I like is Milk Chocolate. It's warmer, it's not as rich and deep, but this is a very pretty color as well. And the MAC Costa Riche eyeliner, which is going to give you like a bronzy, warm color with like goldenness to it almost. It's really pretty. So I'm going to put this on my lower lash line here. I like how it gives the definition without being too harsh using black. So this eye has it, this eye does not. Favorite liquid eyeliner, I've tried gel, I've tried several different pens, but the one I keep repurchasing over and over and over again is the Kat Von D Trooper. I just love the point on this. It's bendable. I can actually use this. I am not like perfect at doing my winged eyeliner. I've tried gel, but gel dries out so quickly. So if you're going to use it, you almost have to commit to using it. So I'm going to do a little bit of a wing today, nothing crazy, because I kind of have like my favorite lashes, which are going to give me a little bit of a cat eye, so I like to do a little bit of a wing. But my favorite bottom lash mascara is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. It's bomb diggity. I had to fight with these lashes a little bit to get them on. They're an older pair, and you would think they would be better, but I don't know. They were a little bit stiff from being stored for so long. But these are the House of Lashes Boudoir, and I personally love a cat eye lash. I love a cat eye sunglass. I just think it's a good look for me. I'm going to go with Whirl because I've been using this one a lot lately. I just love the color of it. Oh my gosh, I want to freaking eat this. It smells so good. So to set my makeup, my favorite makeup setting spray is definitely the Skindinavia. But since this is a longer wearing, more natural to kind of matte finish foundation, I don't necessarily need a setting spray with this. So I'm actually going to use this. And this is the Pharmacy, another delivery truck. I love surprises. So sometimes I'm like, am I getting something? Probably not. I love Max Fix Plus. I always have this, but more recently I discovered this Pharmacy Skin Dew. It just smells freaking amazing. I love it. I needed it in a full size, but I got this cute little as like a point perk or something. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have more ride or die products. Maybe I'll do like a part 2 in a couple months, just because I had to pick one for the tag, but I have a whole list of things that are my absolute favorites. I do have a playlist of all of my can't live without products. I will link that below, put it in a card for you as well. Include some of the same things and then some other things as well. And I need to know what your ride or die products are. Why do I want to keep saying projects? Your ride or die products are. Leave those down below. If you make videos, make a video, let me know that you made it, and I would love to watch that. As always, if you guys enjoyed this, please thumbs up this video. Share some love in the comments below. I love to read your comments, and I love when you guys like comment with each other and interact too, so it's kind of cool to see how we're kind of like a family here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and we will chat soon. Bye guys.